Did you know that there's a limit that an original creditor or debt collector has to legally make you have to pay a debt that you owe? That there is a limited period of time that a debt collector or an original creditor can make you pay for a debt that you owe. Hi, my name is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com, and in today's video we're going to talk about the statute of limitations state by state, what it means to you in regards to having to pay a debt or not having to pay a debt. Now, to be clear, I'm not about telling people not to pay their debts, but there are situations and certain circumstances where people cannot either financially pay their debt, and you do have rights under the laws in your state that if a debt collection has passed the legal statute of limitations to collect according to the laws in your state, you do not have to pay that debt. So let's just go state by state, and let me tell you the key word that you need to listen for also when speaking to debt collectors about a debt that you have with an original creditor or with a debt collection that they've purchased from the original creditor. The key word that you want to listen for is time barred. They will use the words time barred. If you ever hear that word, that means that the debt that they're attempting to collect is past the legal statute of limitations to collect in your state. Also, I want to make it clear that there is usually a difference in statute of limitations for written contracts and open-end debts. Open-end debts could be payday loans, it could be credit card debt, it could be lines of credit. So let's just go state by state real quick. We got Alabama, which is for written contracts, 6 years, 3 years for open-end. So you can see right there, there's a 3-year statute of limitations for credit card debt or open-end accounts. Alaska, 6 and 3. Arizona, 6 and 3. Arkansas, 5 and 3. California, 4 and 4. Colorado, 6 and 3. Connecticut, 6 and 3. Delaware, 6 and 4. So it's actually higher in Delaware, but we all know what Delaware is also known for. What is Delaware known for? That's where a lot of companies like to go and get incorporated, because that you can hide that your name, you know, that you're part of the corporation, which the new beneficial ownership form, which you have to attest to, which is going to kind of hurt that. So they might change their statute of limitations on there. DC, 3 and 3. Florida, 5 and 4. Georgia, 6 and 6. Hawaii, 6 and 6. Idaho, 5 and 4. Illinois, here we're getting into the states that got these big ones. For a written contract, 10 and then 5 for open end. Indiana, 10 and 6. Iowa, 10 and 5. Kansas, 6 and 3 for the statute of limitations for written contracts, statute of limitations for open-end contracts. Kentucky, 15 and 5. Louisiana, 10 and 3. Maine, 6 and 6. Maryland, 3 and 3. They have a little caveat here. We'll go into that later. Massachusetts, we have 6 and 6. Michigan, 6 and 6. Minnesota, 6 and 6. Missouri, 10 and 5. 10 for written contract statute of limitations on the debt, and 5 years for open-end contract statute of limitations. Montana, 8 and 5. Nebraska, 5 and 4. Nevada, 6 and 4. New Hampshire, 3 and 3. New Jersey, 6 and 3. New Mexico, 6 and 4. New York, 3 and 3. North Carolina, 3 and 3. North Dakota, 6 and 6. Ohio, 15 and 6. Oklahoma, 5 and 3. Oregon, 6 and 6. Pennsylvania, 4 and 4. Rhode Island, 5 and 4. South Carolina, 3 and 3. South Dakota, 6 and 6. Tennessee, 6 and 3. Texas, 4 and 4. Utah, 6 and 4. Vermont, 6 and 3. And Virginia, 5 and 3, Washington State 6 and 3, West Virginia 10 and 5, Wisconsin 6 and 6, Wyoming 10 and 8. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the, well, first let's talk about what you can do. If you have a debt that is past the legal statute of limitations to collect, the first place you need to look is on your credit reports, look at the date of the last payment. That's when the clock starts to tick, not from the charge-off date. That is an update from some of my past videos. It starts from the last payment. Now, for some states, this is what you got to be careful about. For some states, it is easier for debt collection companies or original creditors to revive the debt. Some people call it reset the debt. So you have to be very careful. Some of the times you can do it by making an agreement. Some of the times you can do it by talking to the debt collector and saying that you want to work out something with the debt. Some states you have to actually have a contract and make a payment. So be very careful. Look at the laws for your specific states. So now, if you're dealing with a debt collector with a statute of limitations, debt that's past legal statute of limitations or time barred, all you have to do is send them a notification letter, certified mail, stating that you want them to cease all collection activities for them coming after you for the debt, that there's no debt validation that is needed. I'm not saying that you put that in a letter. What you do is you just let them know that you want them, that you demand that they cease all collection activities because the debt, you became aware that the debt that they're attempting to collect is past the legal statute of limitations according to the laws in your state. I give you a letter for that, so don't worry about that. There is no debt validation that is required and that's why I said you got to be very careful, because some people have requested a debt validation for the debt and then they give you the debt validation, and in some states that could be a way that you attest that you owe the debt. So be very careful. Look at the laws in your specific state. So you send them a letter notifying them that you have no legal obligation to pay the debt and that you want them to cease all collection activities. Now, what it means for statute of limitations and time-barred debt is that they have no legal remedy. They cannot take you to court to make you pay that debt. They cannot take you to court to make you pay that debt. They can call you and try to get you to pay it. They can send you letters, and unless you tell them to cease all collection activities for the debt. They can continue to try to collect on that debt. They can continue to try to call you, send you mail, send you emails, social media, all of that stuff. But what they can't do is take you to court and sue you over that debt. So that's why if you can put an end to this whole thing by using the letter that I'm going to give you. Below here is a link. You can download my letter, cease and desist collection activities letter, and debt validation letter for debt that is not past legal statute of limitations. But I'll also give you a letter, statute of limitations letter. Use that letter, put your information in there, send it to them certified mail. It will stop. You will not have to pay that debt. I do ask for a donation when you get that letter, because it can literally save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So if you have a debt collector that's trying to collect on a debt that is past the legal statute of limitations, I just told you how you can look and see for a fact if the debt is past the legal statute of limitations. Get your credit reports. So if you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com, download those reports, look at your last payment date, and if it's past the legal statute of limitations according to the laws in your state, use the letter that I give you, statute of limitations letter, send that out certified. Boom, it's all done. You don't have to worry about it. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at creditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different, so you can see my 8-point validation process, my 2-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, again, go to the website your3scores.com. Grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab the 3-pack of letters that I just mentioned, statute of limitations, cease and desist collection activities letter, and debt validation letter. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel, post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of the creditrepairshop.com.